Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. We're here just looking at Watson. It's a very stern-faced Watson here as we head towards Kew Garden. Of course, we're wearing our top hat as well. While reading Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. So yeah, we are investigating a murder, or what we feel is a murder, although it wasn't really reported as such at Kew Gardens. We actually went there to try to find some missing plants, and now we've kind of deduced that the the top hat's like right in the way, isn't it? Okay, there. So we do need to chat with people, but I want to just have a little look around first before we do that. So if we have a look here, what have we got? Find the stolen plants from the last exhibition at Kew Gardens. Find the plant that was used to kill Mr. Montague Dunne. Inspect Kew Gardens staff buildings and gather information on Montague Dunne. Find out who killed Mr. Montague Dunne. So, yeah, we do need to kind of not interrogate, but chat with some of the people there. Let's first talk.
Locked.
Oh, okay. I love the way.
Locked.
Okay, so the offices are locked. I'm gonna guess we would have to speak to Watson. You're in my way. Stop being a Lydia. I'm guessing we'd have to speak to the old fellow over there. Anything around here that's of interest? No. Nursery. Okay.
Nursery.
Nursery.
Locked.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to speak to what's in my doodles over here. He's like the new head, I guess, gardener. Martin Hamish. Let's have a chat with him. See what he's got to say for himself. Okay. Have we done this yet? No, we haven't. Okay. Myopic, inexpensive glasses. Okay. Dirty collar. Well, he's a gardener. Well, that's a really dirty jacket. Unmarried. Ooh, interesting. Gardener's hands. Okay. We know he's a gardener. Good to know. Oh, let's chat about keys.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunne's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before, and now all of a sudden he's trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
Okay, that's interesting that he's got the keys, isn't it? Why has he got the keys?
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
Okay. See, this guy's already suspicious to me, but,
Albert told us about the tragic death of Mr. Dunne, the late director of Kew Gardens.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack was quite unexpected.
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunne?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression. Great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic.
okay.
So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
Oh, what kind of lifestyle did he have? This is interesting.
You mentioned that Mr. Dunne led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say? He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That
And
he had an eye for the ladies.
Okay.
Put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
You put those green fingers to work, I guess. Okay. Okay.
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Okay. So now what did we just... There we go, evidence. Tuesday morning, Montague Dunne would carry out a rapid inspection at Kew Gardens. His employees, Mr. Hamish in particular, did not forward to the routine. He had an eye for the ladies as well. Oh, and we've got a... There's Martin Hamish. It's sounding like he has any female companion. He lives alone. Wow. Wow. Harsh. Okay, now we gotta find... oh, there's a map.
Director's office, cloakroom, and laboratory.
Laboratory. Okay, I guess we can't go to these.
Colonial collection. Nursery. Seed house. Ventilation system.
Oh, we need to go there.
Dry tropics. Farm house.
Oh, can we go to all of these places? That would be awesome if we can. Well, that leads us out. I don't know why I'm getting like frame rate issues all of a sudden. I think this game is like heavily optimized. So where the hell's the... Oh, we can go through here. Interesting. Oh, that's the area where the plant was. Like, the ventilation was like cut off or whatever, and the plant killed him, or something like that, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. Okay. Lots to explore.
There is a smell of burning.
Oh, there's a fire. There's a fire, Sherlock. Let's get on it. We need to find out what's going on. What is going on over here? Fireplace. Broken pot.
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
Interesting.
A broom handle was half burned. The remains of a picture frame. The plants were set alight fairly recently. Some have not completely burned.
Someone was burning the evidence.
A door handle? Why would anyone throw such a thing in the fire? The door handle to the colonial collection and that of the fireplace are made of the same material.
Interesting. Okay. I think that's it there. Oh, it's not actually because we haven't found everything there. Oh, a gas mask.
A protective mask.
Oh, you have to excuse me for the cough there. Thought I could hold that one in, but not quite. Also, my mouse now seems to be acting weird. Oh no, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Anything on here to...
A protective mask.
Oh.
Someone set it alight, but it did not burn.
Oh, interesting. We should take that as evidence. Can we mow the grass while we're here? Lovely little pond. I guess we can't get over there. So a gas mask, so maybe somebody was in the same room as no, it's just newspaper. Maybe someone was in the same room as Montague when he was dying, and they wore the gas mask to protect them, I guess. I would imagine.
Dry tropics.
Oh wow, it's a cacti room. I love cacti.
These flower pots are beautiful. They are...
Okay.
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
I'm having some real issues with frame rate today, particularly around Kew Gardens. I maybe just knock down something on the old. Oh, apparently we can't. No. Okay. Nice graphics options. I guess I can't do that unless I exit the game actually. So fine. Nice music as well.
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Okay.
Water lily greenhouse.
Oh, this is where we just were. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we've searched that. That's interesting. I think was that door locked last time?
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Okay. Oh God. Ah, there's the ventilation system. That's definitely what I wanted to look at. Right.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings. A ventilation system.
Okay, it's an
It
object
should
of
regulate
interest.
the temperature of the staff buildings. A water tank.
Okay. So the ventilation system is an object of interest. The gate just closed really loudly on its own.
Locked.
Okay, seed house is locked. We need to talk to old Sonny Jim, don't we? So we're here. Yeah, we've seen the ventilation system. We've seen the dry topics waterhouse. Don't know if we've seen the palm house. Actually, we can go in there. Colonial collection nursery. Well, we haven't seen the offices yet because we can't get in there. It's locked. The nursery or the seed house. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's try and go to the. Whoa. Let's try and stabilise this frame rate. Wants it to go in first person and see if it's better like that. Might be a little bit better. Let's see if we can get in either one of these doors.
Locked.
Yeah, I figured they're probably going to be locked.
Locked.
Okay. Right. So now I need to get into the palm house. How can I do that? Aha. Palm house. Aha. Here's the kid.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Okay, that was a weird cutscene. Thought there was going to be something a little bit. Let's first suss him out a little bit. Red eyes, wept recently, consumed by grief. Shaving cut. Clean hands, yeah, he didn't look like much of a gardener. Way too clean.
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only. For I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
keys.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
A seed house, got it. She's in there.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah, at the moment I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy director of Kew Gardens.
Oh.
My father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? Well, that is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honor of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Okay.
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes. I cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. But now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path. And I have to manage Kew Gardens. And I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
Okay.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Meet Miss White. Yes, the fabled Miss White. First off, we're just going to have a look in the farmhouse. Oh, housekeeping tasks. Task is for Albert Dunne. Sweep out the farmhouse, tidy the workshop of the large greenhouse, scrub the toilets, wash the gloves and overalls, clean the storage shed. No, you are only allowed to read the newspaper during your lunch break.
A task list for Albert, compiled by Martin Hamish. Sweep out the palm house, scrub the toilets, clean the storage shed tools.
Okay.
Palm house.
Ooh, look at this. It's like being in a tropical paradise. The real palm house at Kew Gardens is way bigger than this. Coco's Nevera. It's like watching Watson in a tropical country. I don't think you'd be very comfortable with that.
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Anything in here? No.
According to this, they have light and moisture control
That
in
also has
some
water
parts of the building.
pH as well. Okay, let's go see this this woman. Oh, we don't need to go in there, do we? Okay, let's go through it. My stomach is rumbling away. Which is weird because I ate before I played this. My goodness me. Oh, there's Miss White.
Look, Holmes, this charming lady must be Miss White. She's entering the seed house.
Oh, looks like Watson's got his eye on her. The old devil. Let's go find her. What's the betting that she had an affair
Open.
with old what's his face?
very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir, and good day to you too. But
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John
Look
Watson.
at John Watson, you
This
dirty
is my
dog.
good friend, Mr.
Get
Sherlock
in
Holmes.
there.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen.
What do
My
you
name
like,
is
Watson?
Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Yes, I am he.
What a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
Let's check her out. Expensive perfume. Whoa. Pink marks, past malnutrition, pellagra, poor family. Okay. Interesting. I would have said maybe it was a rash from like the plants. Okay, we're missing something here. We're missing something. Oh, unmarried. Okay, interesting. So she's wearing expensive perfume, but she's got a poor family. I
Yes,
wonder why that
a
is.
theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss. After the tragedy that took place here.
Why is Watson
Yes.
asking the questions now?
The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunne. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Okay.
Would you happen to know why part of the colonial collection was cleared?
No, I have never been there.
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunne?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
Thank you, miss. None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the colonial collection was cleared. So, someone is lying. It is obvious.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? It does seem that way indeed. I think it's I think she might have had an affair. Actually, do you know what? It might be that she had an affair but she's innocent, and then someone found out about it. Either the son, who probably also had a crush on her. Excuse the plane going over. Or the other guy who's jealous. So I think she's innocent at the minute, but we'll see. Okay.
Materials for college study. They belong to Albert.
Okay.
These leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not appear to have been used. This place serves as Albert's office. A book about ships. Nothing at all to do with plants.
Okay, so he's more interested in ships, I think, than he is in plants. Let's just have a look at our little deduction page. Oh, I thought they would be linked. find stolen plants, blah blah blah. Yep, no problem. At least we've met Miss White now. I think we can go in here, the nursery now, can't we?
Locked.
It's not locked anymore, is it, Sherlock? No, what's under here? Can we not have a little peek? Apparently not.
The seeds of plant species are stored here.
Also, the thing is though, if the son did it, he doesn't know the first thing about botany, does he? So how would he know to what plants would kill his dad and stuff like that? I think that's interesting. So I think he might be innocent as well. Someone's desk. Martin Hamish. This is Martin Hamish's office, I guess.
A thesis written by Martin Hamish.
Okay.
A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
Yep, I could have guessed that.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Oh, interesting.
This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing, but it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens. This certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition.
Okay. Interesting, interesting. Anything else we can search for here?
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery. Locked.
It's not locked. Not locked at all, is it? Oh, that's the exhibition that was supposed to be going on. I need to just... Oh, can we... That usually tells us if we need to tea. Okay.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Okay. Diplomas.
A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish. An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year.
That's a prestigious prize, Best Grower of the Year. There he is again.
Locked.
Don't think it is it? Oh, there's a gas mask suit missing. Oh, what have we got here? Winter bottle trace.
Gold dust? Good heavens. What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
That's a good question.
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory. Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent.
Looks like
We need a good
someone
nose.
needs Toby. Finch Toby. Okay, well we'll have a little look around first.
Chemicals. A sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory.
Yeah, very modern.
notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish.
Okay, what about the other one?
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments that plants do respond to their environment and have a form of consciousness. Margaret White, February 1895. Report number 245.
Study report.
Evidence required. So we're maybe looking for a missing.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
Careful, Watson.
It appears as though the protective equipment is missing from here. Gloves, waterproof aprons, everything one might need for self-protection.
Do they grow dangerous plants here?
God damn it, Watson, you're an idiot.
Such masks are generally worn when dealing with toxic chemicals.
Cloakroom.
Locked.
Okay.
Holmes, Albert Dunne didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
God, I love Holmes. Okay. Oh God, this looks slightly mental. Can't be that, can it? Oh, it must be this, like that. Okay. No, must be that, I think. Oh my God. Okay, hang on. Oh my God. Look at this. Who the hell made a lock like this? This one's gonna have that like that. So let's get those two set up right. Okay. And then this one's gonna have something like that. Okay. This one's gonna have something like that. Doesn't seem to make sense. Okay, hang on. That's the only bit on there which can actually go across, so that must be like that. That bit must go across as well, like that. That bit must do that. That bit must do that. That bit must do that, surely. Oh, there's a bit there. Needs to go like that. I've done it. Wow, that was actually quite complex. I'm pretty pleased with myself for that. Pretty pleased indeed. Okay.
Albert's
here?
locker. Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction. Albert Dunne has a great passion for shipbuilding and the sea. A rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Oh dear. Sir, it is my regret to inform you that despite your excellent results with our entry examinations, we are unable to invite you into the Royal Navy School. Your father, Mr. Montague Dunne, has expressed his intention to entrust you to the dictatorship of the Royal Botanical Gardens in Kew. It's clear that he would not release you for an entire year of naval training. Please accept all our best wishes for your future at Kew Gardens. Okay. Wow, he's now got a serious motive.
A picture of Miss White and Albert in front of the University of London.
And they seem to get along.
Okay,
Martin Hamish's locker.
A letter from Martin Hamish. Mr. General Secretary, recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens obliged me to renew my application for the management position. As I have stated already in my previous letter, I believe that no one is better suited for the post. While Mr. Montague Dunne was alive, I understood your reservations to my suggestion. Your reasons were political, and I was happy to comply. But now that the gardens lie in disorder, how can I stand by and allow it? How can I leave them in the hands of an inexperienced people with no motivation? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency, that I may devote myself entirely to the noble task ahead and free my mind from this uncertainty. Okay. Why? We've only got 4 more people to fill in the book. We haven't even missed anybody either. That's cool. Okay, we've got a dialogue bit. Need to search the archives for this fragment. That. Search the archives for the symbol of the broken pot, and search the archives of that as well. Okay.
Martin Hamish studied chemistry. Interesting. A review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces.
See, I still think that it's Martin Hamish who did it because he's the only one with any
Father and I, Kew Gardens.
Okay, because he's the only one with like any experience in being able to do it, unless Margaret White can do it.
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
Dear Mother and Father, I'm writing this letter with reluctance to ask you for your help. My studies and my housing costs are proving to be more expensive than I had anticipated. I fear, therefore, that I may not be able to manage in the long term. I know that we've had our disagreements in the past, but would you be so heartless as to allow your daughter to fail her studies due to lack of money?
Apparently, Miss White is a capable student.
Now she suddenly seems capable of it. That's a lot of jewelry.
These jewels must be worth a small fortune.
Where did she get this money from?
A vanity purse. It is of high quality.
Margaret, you were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money after all these years that have passed since you left, without any thought of us? You have never shared with us any detail of success at the university, but you chose to do so now. We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for we are not from the same high class as your new friends. Yes, we are modest people, but you should learn to put your family first, as we at home have always done, and none of us ever compromise their reputation, as it appears you have already done with your employer, Mr. Dunne. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed. Okay. Dear Margaret, I know how your financial troubles are overwhelming you at the present time. Please let me reassure you that I could not permit you to retain in such a dilemma. I was born of a wealthy family. I would consider it an honour if you might accept my help. Your devoted servant, Albert. Interesting. So it looks like Albert's got a real crush on Miss White. Okay, got nothing there at the minute. I can start to see, for me at the minute, I don't think Albert did it because he doesn't have the knowledge in, can we shut that? No, we can't. Because he doesn't seem to have the knowledge to do so in chemistry, but he could have worked together with somebody.
A botany book. This student's book belongs to Albert.
He's not very good at botany, is he? Also, I guess what there may be. No, well, that's not. Albert never studied chemistry, you see, so that's why I'm thinking he can't be guilty of whatever is going on. So we need some evidence of that. But I think what we've got to do is go back and get Toby. And
That is not the one I need.
I wanted to read
That is not the one I...
those adventures. Okay. Research. Chemistry. Marks and symbols, here we go.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
God's sake. Ah, that's the one I need. The Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetarian Veneration. Members of the syndicate worship Trewen, the God King. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world, so generous donations are
Here
appreciated.
it is. The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
Okay, so I need to search for this symbol. Let's go to research. There we go. Seymour's Garden. Garden equipment supplies. We have premium supply for all your landscape gardening and timber requirements. Full range supply and delivery of sand, soils, mulches, pots, and anything else you need. 3 Blurton Road, London.
Here
Got
it
an
is.
address. Okay,
This is where I keep my
no
post.
letters. Have we got something to do here? No, we don't actually. What else do we have to do? Do we have more to research?
My archive.
Oh,
I can always
No, we don't.
consult with it if needed.
I thought we had some analytical stuff to do. We just need Toby, don't we? Toby,
Come
my
on,
boy.
Toby. We have some work for you to do.
Come on,
Let us
Toby.
go to Kew Gardens.
Okay.
A map of London.
To Kew Gardens with Toby, the finest bloodhound in all of London. The smoking ban obviously hadn't come into place during these times in London. I don't think you'd get away with smoking a pipe in a cab nowadays. Okay, let's go.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance. Search, Toby. Search.
Oh, 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 oh. Here we are. Wow, a clever dog opening doors. Here we go. Can we go and like growl at Martin Hamish? Okay. I kind of like looking at Toby when he like jogs along. See what we can find here. Hidden place.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
Oh. Ah, a hidden bottle.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here. There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
How odd. How very odd. Well done, Toby.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Darn right. Darn right indeed. Right, so I found some evidence we always try to get as much information as possible before you go and talk to them. Toby's coming back with us. Yeah, I always like to get as much information as possible so you're not talking to them like multiple times basically, but I guess we'll see. Let's go. Perform analysis. Here we go.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis.
Okay.
This is the bottle that we found hidden at Kew Gardens. Let us use a pipette to take a sample of the liquid and fill a test tube.
Okay. Pipette. I love the word pipette. Okay. Okay. What now?
A colorless, water-based liquid.
Interesting.
Quite a strong floral aroma.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a
Nut
bitter
job.
taste.
It's a bit poisonous.
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So, what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
Okay. Oh.
Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you.
Okay.
I need to take a pipette
Oh,
and...
God, pipette's alright. Pipette. Why can't I pipette it? Oh.
Red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination. This
Interesting.
mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
Interesting. Interesting. Unusual experiments. Find a use marble fragment. Okay. So we can see alternative. Still got to find a use for that. We've still got some things I think we haven't unlocked. Because we've still got find stolen plants, inspect the staff buildings, yeah. Okay. Let's go back to Kew. It's a real mystery, this one actually. It's very interesting. I like this one so far. Oh, look at me, he's actually reading the journal. That's so cool. I love the little details they put in this. That's really cool. Okay. Let's go have a look. I guess we've looked in here, have we? No, we haven't. Ah,
Locked.
okay, that's this office we didn't check out. Oh god, another kind of worked it out. That was bad. Okay. Letter of complaint. Letter. Let's have a look at this one first. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Gardens is a royal institute. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and save the most extraordinary, precious and rare species of plant. Our duty is to protect the species and from those who might wish to use them for dubious purpose. This divine syndicate of whom you speak have no rights to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14, 1889. So I must respectfully ask you to once again notarise the permission of these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. The documents were sent to you on Monday. P.S. See you in Boodles on Tuesday. As always, Montague Dunne. Okay. Interesting. Mr. Dunne, we must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sisters. You do not have any right to hold them imprisoned. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie, we need not elaborate, that was reported in the press as the case of June 14, 1889. What you have done is quite abhorrent. We are very sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trusted you and regret having done so. The Divine Syndicate.
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Debt of Miss Margaret White to Mr. Montague Dunne, rented a suite of rooms at Oxford Street, an educational scholarship at London University, credits opened at Hamilton, Ratchet House Tailors and Baird & Son Luxury Jewellers. Okay. Why was he helping out Miss White, eh?
Champagne. Montague Dunne had good taste. French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Yes, okay. Also liked a good cup of tea as well. He did have good taste.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
The Times, new plant species. The Kew Gardens team are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains a complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of the graft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. Interesting. What else have we got? Anything else? No, really. Looks like lots of interesting things here. Apparently not. Ah, here we go. My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I give you back your freedom, and I wish you nothing but good luck. Montague Dunne. Oh. Now maybe she had a reason to get him.
A photograph of Montague Dunne and Reynold Hamish.
Oh. So Montague Dunne knew Martin Hamish's dad. Interesting. Quite the shoe collection. Interesting. Okay. So we still haven't found the stolen plants. Or found the plant that killed Montague Dunne. And we haven't obviously found out who killed him. We need to search the archives for the Divine Syndicate. Again, let's go and do that. We haven't found a use for that plant pot either. Go back and search the archives. See what we can find. Okay. Divine Syndicate Club. The Divine Syndicate Club, followers of the God King Trewin, situated on 48 Groves Street, Carleton Road, protectors of the plants, and more particularly trees, are currently subject to administrative investigation. The leaders of the organisation are suspected of financial malfeasance. I actually don't know that word. Malfeasance. Let me just look it up actually, because I don't know that word. I'm gonna guess that it means that they were doing dodgy stuff, but malfeasance. It means wrongdoing, especially by a public official. Malfeasance is pronounced, okay. It may be that this investigation will lead to charges of judiciary. Meanwhile, many voices have risen high against this inspection, denouncing the state. In fact, this private organisation, which has given as its goal the defence and protection of nature, and which incorporates many persons of influence, including political representations of the opposition party.
Here it is.
Okay.
And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunne.
Okay, we've got a new place to visit. Let's go. The Divine Syndicate. Sounds suspicious, doesn't it? I mean, if you call yourself the Divine Syndicate, sounds pretty dodgy. That's a short ride. Must be a
This place
small place.
is beautiful,
Wow.
Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Oh wow. Oh, this is very cool. Can we go through this way? I want to take the long way around. Why can we suddenly press T? Oh, pop piece. Broken pieces.
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here. A fragment of a flower pot. The
I think
Kew
we found
Gardens
the
symbol.
plants. Okay, the plants are going to be here, aren't they? Let's go chat with this guy over here. Hopefully he won't. I don't want to strike that just yet. I will strike it. No, maybe not just yet.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock...
I am exalting the sap. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance. Do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcomed you are. To introduce myself I shall. I am the Green Grand Mystic.
The Green Grand Mystic himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
Alright, Master Yoda. Okay, gotta be that tattoo, right? Yep, figured that much. Fingertip calluses. Palm injury, acid burn, chemical practice. Interesting.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis.
The Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetation Veneration and Meditation. You may say, the Divine Syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy there.
Oh, wasn't ready for that. Yeah.
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search. Sacrilege.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No. Those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Dunne.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his green fly-infested gardens. But he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
I see. So, if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg your pardon. And yet you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Okay.
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
True one, yeah.
Our God King's name is Treewan, Green Grand Mystic.
Oh la, good. Thank you.
I remember that.
Here is the holy key to the wisdom place. Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
This
I
guy.
pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
But of course.
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Okay.
Well, we will leave you to your meditation.
Let's get into that. Get into the temple, shall we? Who's this Joker?
The list of plant friends and benefactors, lawyers, well-known manufacturers, political leaders.
See if I recognise any names there. I don't think I do. What's this?
This door is locked, but I can try to open it.
Oh. God, another one of these. Okay, right, let's go to the very outside first. There we go. So we need that line there. We need that line there. Need that line there, I guess. Oh. I can't move this one. That's it. No, that's not it. Done. Oh, I'm good. I can do those puzzles, no problem. Okay, I mean, I did have a chat with this guy first.
You came to make a donation? Glory to Triwan!
This must be Triwan, the Divine Syndicate's god.
Interesting. Oh.
A tropical plant, nothing of interest.
That's one on the list.
A tropical plant, nothing of interest.
It is of interest. For God's sake. I swear that one was on the list.
A tropical plant, nothing of interest. A tropical plant, nothing of interest. A tropical plant, nothing of interest.
Stop saying this.
Tropical.
Okay.
These 3 plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them.
Where are you storing them? Where on earth are you storing them, Holmes? Oh, caterpillars.
Caterpillars. They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
Where are we putting all this? Watson, you're holding it. I'm holding the caterpillars. That's gross. Just walking through here holding all these like exotic plants. You're like, yeah, don't worry about this. There's no problems at all. Plate for opium.
These
smoking.
instruments are used for smoking opium.
Interesting. Whoa, now this is a chemical laboratory.
This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens.
Okay.
This cabinet is full of chemicals. They are the same as the ones we found in the laboratory at Kew Gardens.
This is kind of getting deeper and deeper now, isn't it?
A vast amount of opium.
Like, careful, Holmes, because, you know,
That would
opium,
be enough to
it's not
perform
too
the
good
most
for you.
difficult of chemical experiments.
Okay. Holmes is probably getting higher than a kite right now. It keeps wanting me to press B, so it's like, oh my god, look at all these ones we've got here. Okay, Divine Syndicate Thieves. No. Poisoning and no. Yes, got one. Okay. Deadly plant stolen. Missing deadly plant. No. There we go. White done. Okay. No. Oh, okay. Got that one. No, okay. What's this one? Six stole everything. catalyst divine. Sect, seven alkaloid. Okay, let's go back and do that, I guess. Yeah.
Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment.
Yes. Okay. I think we're done here for now. So no wonder people are sporting them. They want to get higher than a kite, don't they? Do we need to chat to this guy again?
Follow my path,
Oh, no, we
and
don't.
better you will fear.
Glad to hear it. Okay. I mean, this is a thoroughly interesting one so far, but it's a very long one, so I might have to just do this experiment then finish up there. What the hell are you doing, Watson?
This green, grand, mystic fellow seems rather suspicious, Holmes. What should we do next, Holmes?
I imagine
Watson.
that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
Okay. Oh, I need to. There we
A
go.
carnivorous plant. A prickly plant. This is a strange and unusual plant.
Okay, it's this one. What do we need to do? Take a pin and stab with a pin.
No reaction.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
My word. It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack. My word. It shot...
Okay, that's fun. Okay, with that back, what else can we use? Caterpillars. Nothing. Oh, whoa.
How interesting.
Whoa.
What a strong and effective defensive mechanism.
Whoa. Okay. My mouse stopped working. There we go. Oh, it loves caterpillars. Yum, yum, yum.
I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
Indeed. Nothing. Oh no, yeah, no, he's taking that one. Okay. Oh,
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
interesting. That one closes up. That one closes as well.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
What else can we do? Oh, hang on. So when we put the place caterpillars on there, let's see what happens when it goes to... Aha!
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what
Interesting.
secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
Okay, how would we do that? We would. The prickly plant shot at it when this 8 caterpillars off there. So if we swap them over, open this up a little bit.
It appears to open after...
Yep, I know that. And then put these on here. Does this... Okay. Oh yeah, look at that.
toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary.
There we go. There we
The
go.
plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Okay. Well, we're